Welcome back, guys. Today I have some more gameplays I must to show, so let's go. So I go for the Magician's Souls, so I can get the secret village of the spellcasters, the floodgate, so they will not use any spells if they are playing Runing, because I don't have a strong hand to build a good board, but they are playing Labyrinth. So that's not good for us, to be honest. If they were running, this was the winning board. But with that, we have to play a little bit better than this board. But they go for the lovely labyrinth, so we go for Maxi to draw. And they go for the attack to kill Dark Magician so they can play some spells. Before the end of the battle phase, I summon Dark Magician if they have any spells that they wanted to use. I stop them with that play. So in my turn, I go for the Magician's Rod, so I can search probably Circle, but they negate with Solemn Judgment. But they do lose half of their HP, which is lovely to see, because now we can go for the Dragon Knight. And with Eternal Soul on the board, this guy is most of the time like a god on it, unless they run Lava Golem or Kaiju. Other than that, this card is really hard to get rid of if you have Eternal Soul. They can, of course, kill it through battle, but before the end of the battle phase, we can summon it back with Eternal Soul. So I did summon Dark Magician with Eternal Soul because the Dragon Knight is not counted as spellcaster. So I summon Dark Magician, so they will not use spell cards. Anyway, let's check the second game. So 60 card deck. Let's check the game out. Yesterday, the video I posted, I said I was using the same Dark Magician deck, but I wasn't, because I cut one Dark Magician and I did make some other changes, so it was nice that I did show the deck in the end of the video. So even though I thought it was the same deck, it wasn't, so it is even I didn't think it wasn't the same deck. I am glad I showed it. So yeah. So we don't have a strong board, but we do have summon limit, and we get to play Maxi. Yes, we get to play Maxi. So the more they summon, the more we draw. Most of the time, these 60 card decks always have a good hand, like that grass looks greener or something, but this guy didn't get that kind of hand. No, they did. They did get it finished. I mean, it was on top of his deck, but he didn't get to play it. Good for us. So it was just a bait. So at the moment, it looks like I am going for the OTK with the fusion, but they scooped the moment they realized what I was going to do. So that's it. Let's check the third game against Heroes. I mean, Heroes have they are not the best deck in the meta, but so are we, and they have some strong plays against us with the Phoenix Dark Phoenix Enforcer. So let's see if they get it off. I believe they did summon the Phoenix Enforcer, but we have the medicine for it. So we go second, and they go for their full combo with Shadow Mist and all. So they summon a bunch of monsters, so they can summon the Dark Phoenix Enforcer. I mean, was it called that? The guy I am speaking of, the busted hero guy. I mean, he always keeps coming back. He destroys one card every turn. So they summon the Sunrise. And this guy is not providing much threat for us, but this guy does. Yes. Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, not Dark Phoenix, Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. They did summon it in the defense position, so we will not get to do anything. We will not care about the attack boost through the Sunrise, so I think that was a misplay on their behalf. Maybe they were afraid of lightning card, but I don't have it. So I am trying to bait the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, but he's not using his effect to pop a card. So I have to summon the Dark Magician with the fusion deployment. But the moment I realized that this card lowers its attack, I didn't have any play. But this card will get destroyed because of fusion destiny. But he will not come back because I knew they were going to use either his effect or it was going to get destroyed. So I kept, even in the end phase, I kept it in my hand and not set it the Cult by the Grave. So the moment they use the effect, I just negate it and they lose their boss monster. This guy is not something that will win the game. This guy was. So I summon Dark Magician in the end. And now I draw another Cold Pie. And from now on, the game is like over. Yeah. They had no other chance but to scoop. So we can see one more game. Let's see, what is this? Another 60 card decks with this, and they to run. Let's check the game. Looks like a good match. With Dark Magician, it wasn't easy to play in the first day of the new season because everybody was trying to get to diamonds. But now Dark Magician has a good win ratio, so I am back to playing it and it is really fun. So if you are a Dark Magician player like me, you should consider to play him as much as you can, because people say that Ishizu Tournament is coming this month. So, and it appears they have a game plan that counters the Dark Magician deck a lot. So we will not have the deck playable for the ranked games in the future, which is a sad thing, but it is what it is. I am trying to build a Salamangreat deck and Exorcister deck, but I am missing a lot of UR cards. like 9 cards in the Exorcisters and 5-6 cards in the Salamangreat. Maybe in the next month I can play the Salamangreat deck, because the missing cards I have on the Salamangrates are the staple cards like Effect Wheeler and Infinite Imperm. So I am trying to build that deck because the missing cards on the Exorcisters are Mikhail and cards like that. So I am trying to build the Salamangreat deck first, and the second one will be the Exorcisters. I mean, so yeah, we go for the OTK with Master of Chaos. Sorry, I was a bit off the game, but as you can see, they didn't play that well in their turn, so I did get off the OTK with Master of Chaos. Okay, so I could show you the other games too, but I mean, let's check this one. Maybe this is okay. Let's see one Spright at least, then we can start finish the video, end the video. But without Spright, it's not a Dark Magician video. So let's check this one out too. So we go second, which is always nice to see when you win. If when you are going second, it makes you think that your deck is not as shitty as it looks, but unfortunately we are not playing a meta deck, but opponent is, so let's see what they do. So they have a monster negate and they have the spell negate, so they have a decent board on their behalf. So this is a good top decking. So we go for the Magician's Souls with Illusion of Chaos. We will summon the Magician's Souls and get rid of the Salvation for an extra draw. And we have Soul Servant too. I believe I discard that too, yeah. Discard these two, draw 2 cards and they negate it. So we get rid of the monster negate. And I will not let them summon the spell negate too. They did tribute the spell and they went for the summoning it. I don't want it. I want to play my spell cards, so I negate the Spright Elf, not Spright Elf, but I remove the target so I can play more safely with my spell cards. Unfortunately, I didn't draw any spell cards with the Soul Servants, so I go for the attack with Apprentice Illusion, but they get rid of it with Smashers. So I set the Super Poly and Solemn Judgments and end my turn. So they will summon the Spright Blue. So I summon Dark Magician because Spright Blue is a dark monster, and I don't want them to go for the trap negate, spell trap negate with the Spright board. The card is, yeah, I don't want them to go for these two. So I summon Dark Magician. So they go for the Unicorn. I negate the summon, so they will not get rid of my Eternal Soul and they will not wipe my board. Then they go for their Tri-Brigade package, and they summon the Spright Jet, which is a scary card, but they did use their Smashers, so I am not that worried. Since they have 2 monsters, they always have the Spright combo, but they are going for something different this time. They summon the Access Code Talker, which is a scary card because now they can banish the Eternal Soul and go for the game but with Super Poly I use their both two monsters, which Spright is also dark, and summon Starving Venom. And the reason I did summon Starving Venom is because when this card gets destroyed, it Raigekis the enemy board, and so they have no players left. As you can see, connection failed. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day. Bye.